How's it going, everyone? Welcome to today's stream. We got a pretty exciting one in store for you guys today. We got another WCL Champions Week 6 matchup for you here. We have Goodfellas versus, I believe it's Team TimeFail. Yeah, there we go. Got a few unique names thrown in here for today's matchup, but funny enough, we've got two very familiar faces. We have the guys over from Goodfellas, or guys over from Bangladesh, the Season 8 CWL Invite winners. And we've got Sticks and Ball on the Team TimeFail side of things. So we got a bit of different naming for both of these teams today. Now, alongside streaming this, we're also testing out a few special things right now. So for this stream, we've prepared a few little special programs and whatnot. And this is their trial run. This is our experimentation. Me and a fellow content creator, we've been working pretty hard at trying to get this thing all tied in together and working for you guys to make these war streams even better. We got Webabala over in the chat over on Twitch. We got Nathan over on YouTube and over on Trovo. I believe we had Kevin yesterday. Huge shout out to him. If you guys are not already following me over on Trovo, feel free to go pop me a follow over there. I've actually been experimenting a lot more with Trovo over the past couple of weeks, and I found that their quality as well as the time frame between my encoder and actually reaching the site is the shortest and the highest quality out of all the sites that I stream to, which is a bit interesting for sure. So whatever they're doing over there at Trovo, they're doing the right thing, because it's getting the stream out to as bunch of people, as many people as possible, really. But yeah, for those of you who are unfamiliar with this format, which if you're unfamiliar with it, but at this point you must be living under a rock, but this is the ESL style esports world championship format. We've got the alternating attacks, 5v5, all Town Hall 13, one attack per player. We're going to have the away team going first, which will be Sticks and Ball Esports. They are on the away side for this matchup today. And we've got Goodfellas or Bangladesh on the home stretch. Let me go ahead and just adjust that real quick for you guys. There we go. Make it a bit more symmetrical. We've changed the overlay a little bit. If for those of you who don't know, there actually have been a few changes to the overlay. Some things have gotten a bit smaller. Some things have gotten bigger. This, that, and the other. We fixed up a ton of really fun stuff for today's stream. And in all honesty, I really hope that some of this stuff works, because if it does, it's going to change the stream a lot in terms of just, you know, the interactivity with the stream, you know, and just the actual look of the overlay. So it's pretty exciting stuff, and the hope is that it works. But let's talk about both of these teams here. So for those of you who don't know, Sticks and Ball Esports, they've been very popular amongst the Mobile Open for the US, alongside the ESL World Championship, CWL, all this kind of league content, things like that. And then Bangladesh, they don't need any introduction at all. CWL Season 8 Invite winners. They came through and got that one done. I believe they won against Team H2O, maybe? I can't even remember. I feel like season 8 of Invite was so long ago. But let me go ahead and pull up the standings, unless they were posted, which I don't think they were. They might have. Hold on, I might just be. Am I just stupid? Hold on. I might already have this posted, maybe. Let's see. No. Okay, no, I don't. They don't already have it posted. Okay, let me go ahead and pull up the standings here so we can give you guys an idea of where both of these clans sit in their division and in the league as a whole. So luckily we have a master document that we can go to for the standings. Just mainly because apparently War Match has been having a few problems the past couple of days. So hopefully that gets resolved sooner or later. But let's go ahead and take a look here. So if we take a look at our home team, which is Goodfellas, they are sitting at. They are 3-1, which is not correct. They're either 4-1 or 3-2, because this is week 6. And then Team TimeFail right now at the moment are 1-3. So again, both of these have not had their week 5 update yet, because we are into the week 6 matchups. So I'm not entirely sure, but Team TimeFail definitely need to get themselves a win here to stay involved in this league. Just to give you an idea of who Team TimeFail had their first couple of weeks, they had FWA WCL, they had Furious for the win, and CL Unleashed alongside Chicos. And then now they're playing Goodfellas, and they'll be playing Croatian Army next week. So I'll be looking to stream that Croatian Army war if I can. I think it would be a bunch of fun. But let me go ahead and double check here. And then Goodfellas, if I go ahead and take a look at their roster, they played Croatian Army in the first week. They played CL Unleashed in the second, FWA WCL in the third, Chicos in the fourth, Furious in the fifth, and now in the sixth week, they are playing Team TimeFail. So hopefully those standings get updated within the next couple of days. I know there's been a couple of issues again with War Match kind of messing up and trying to track all of the stats and make sure that all the wars are recorded. Not to mention we had all the fuss about the party wizards and all that garbage. That's thankfully been resolved. All the admins have come through and they've been like, look, party wizards can be used until the 21st of August because there wasn't really any clear indication to whether or not we could use them or we couldn't use them. Luckily, King Jeffrey just took the safe bet and said, you know what, we're just not going to use it. And it paid off for us. But some clans have gotten DQ'd because of it. And I think that possibly needs to be changed. We got Real Ham coming in with the sub, the prime sub at that. Thank you so much for that sub. It is greatly appreciated. There it is on the screen for you guys to see. Real Ham, you a real one. I mean, it says it in your name, so I would imagine so. Thanks for that sub. And we are about 2 minutes away from the live attacks going through. And just to give you guys an idea of what's going to be happening, SMB Esports or Team TimeFail will be going first as they are the away team. And then we're going to see Goodfellas respond with their own attack, and it's going to alternate from there. And it should be a very, very interesting matchup. I'm excited to see what these teams can do because Sticks and Ball Esports, they're not doing super great so far in the league, but I still know that these guys can pull in some triples if it counts for them. And I mean, you know, Bangladesh or Bangladesh, I mean, they were insane in Season 8 of Invite. So let's see if their Town Hall 13 still can be mighty in the 5v5 format. In all honesty, I don't doubt it at all. They're reflective. Their achievements as a clan definitely can reflect into their 5v5 team, especially with their Town Hall 13s. Because I can imagine some of these guys were probably running Town Hall 12 and Town Hall 11 accounts during that season as well, because you know you're allowed to run multiple accounts there. So I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be a really, really good day of matchups. We actually have another one at 3 p.m. that EDT that I might be able to cover. It all depends on whether or not I can get that arranged. But I've actually gotten an update on the score. So right now, Goodfellas are 4-1 in the league, and Sticks and Ball or Team TimeFail are 1-4. So realistically, Stick and Ball, they need to get another win. I don't know if they have a chance to make playoffs. I think they still do. But realistically, if they lose this war, then I don't think they're going to have a playoff spot going into Week 7. Because realistically, some clans are going to go into Week 7 with a guaranteed playoff spot. Some clans are going to go in with a guaranteed not a playoff spot. And then some are going to be in that wild card in the middle range. And so right now, either of these teams, well, both of these teams aren't in the middle position. They're more of Goodfellas are pretty much guaranteed a playoff spot as long as they can keep a winning record. And Team TimeFail really need to step up their game if they want to make playoffs. They could make the wild card round. I'm not entirely sure. It all depends on how the admins score all the wars and the overall score. Because I think they're also tracking stars per war. So if your clan is to say lose 3 wars, but you have more stars than a clan that's won, there's a chance you could progress. I'm not entirely sure how they've adjusted that. I know they had a few changes from their elite season last season, but here we go. We are into the 40-minute mark, which means that Sticks and Ball Esports are going to be firing away at one of the 5 players from Goodfellas. Let's see what they can do. I keep calling them Sticks and Ball Esports. Realistically, they are Team TimeFail. I need to keep that in mind. All right. Now, technically, these teams do have until the 38-minute mark to go in and do an attack, so they realistically have plenty of time here to wait. But they're not gonna waste any time. Smokey going straight in for Team TimeFail here, bringing in the drag bat. Let's see what he's gonna get done here. He's going to probably start by funneling down south here. Going to bring a baby dragon in with a couple of loons to take down that archer tower and allow that baby dragon to take down the elixir collector and that storage. Now, the loons, they don't take down that archer tower, but realistically, they were there for the seeking air mines. Baby dragon also doesn't take down the storage, so he has not gotten the funnel that he wanted there, and that's 20 troop space pretty much wasted there, not really clearing out a whole lot of buildings, just getting rid of one of them. But here comes the king and the queen from the 6 o'clock side, and they're going to move north up to 9 o'clock and start to funnel this bottom side, and we might see these dragons come in from this 9 o'clock side here, depending on how he sets the funnel here. Here comes another loon with a dragon. He is setting the funnel on that left side there to try and pour in these dragons to the 8 o'clock side into that scatter shot and towards that town hall. And that dragon needs to take down this cannon realistically before he's safe enough to put down the dragons. But in all honesty, he might just opt in to just deploy all the dragons right now, get things moving, and get the raid underway. And here we go. Here come all the dragons with the loons straight behind. And we're going to see that Grand Warden come down. That Gladiator Warden going to step up there and help these dragons out by giving them a bit of an HP buff, as well as providing that invincibility once his ability is activated. Now, as the loons move in, he might actually pop this ability early to keep them alive, to try and pull as many Seeking Air Mines as possible. The Headhunters come out on defense, but they don't do a whole lot to the Warden as the dragons take him out pretty quickly. Pops the Warden ability, but misses a few dragons that are over that Town Hall, but they will take it down with absolutely no issues. And here comes the Slammer from this top side, and will we see these bats come in behind the Slammer? And if we do, that means that we're going to have to be really cautious with where the air traps are. If there's one air bomb that pops up, it's going to murder every single one of those bats and take him down. He drops the rage spell in over on that archer tower, or over on the air defense, to take it down. And now we have those few loons coming out of that Slammer. 2 dragons moving in from the middle side. The wizard tower takes down a bunch of bats there, but he still has 2 free spells. Plenty of time here to get through as long as he can play his cards right. Cannon's going to go down. The eagle locks onto the bats. He needs to freeze the eagle. He avoids freezing the eagle, which means that a bunch of those bats are going to go down. And I don't think he's got the momentum to get through this one. He's out of spells, out of troops. We have that E-Dragon at the north side, but this one is not going to be enough to get through. Those bats getting targeted by that eagle, they're really not helping him out a ton. We had a follow over on Twitch. We had Jason James. Thank you so much for the follow over there. But this one is going to end at around a 74%. Or 75 rather. It's going to actually keep racking up with this dragon and E-Dragon going through. That E-Dragon's pretty much at full health. So we might see a bit more percentage racked up here. And there's a chance he could clear the 80s, possibly. Yeah, he might clear 80% here. But yeah, really unfortunate stuff there. I think if those bats would have been in just a little bit earlier there to support the dragons pushing into those single target infernos, could have been a different result here. Really, with the drag bat, one thing that I see a lot of attackers make in terms of mistakes on this raid is just not deploying the bats fast enough to work in tandem with your dragons. You can't be deploying them at 2 separate times on the raid. It's not like a kill squad Lalo where you can do your kill squad and then focus on the Lalo. You've got to do both at the same time to try and push through the base and carry out momentum going to the backside. But that is going to be an 80% 2-star from Smokey there. Really, really nice try. But it is going to start. I almost said Bangladesh. It's going to start Goodfellas off with a defense here. We had the best gamer over on YouTube. How you doing, man? Hope you're having a wonderful, wonderful day. It is bright and I don't want to say bright and early, but it's about 1 p.m. over where I'm at in the CST time zone down in Texas. It's a beautiful day outside. The sun is shining, and who knows? I might do some bowling tonight. We'll see what happens. Should be a bunch of fun. But now it's going to be Goodfellas' chance to respond here and possibly pull in a triple to get them ahead on the war. Now, technically, I believe they do have until the 34-minute mark before they have to do another attack, which is pretty helpful. So they can, finalize some plans, make sure that they got all of the right stuff. And here we go. We got King Ayaz going in for Goodfellas here. Let's see what he's got. He's rocking another drag bat here. So a lot of these bases, both teams going, you know what, we can drag bat these bases 100%. Now we're going to see this Royal Champion come in from this right side here, getting tanked for by that Giant. And she's going to step up and take down that air defense. And is there a chance that he wants her to move south here to grab that second air defense down bottom where the Eagle is? Here comes the Ice Golem with the Queen. Now that's going to be for the Queen. He realizes, look, that Royal Champion's not going to be able to get through all of that on her own. So we're going to use the Queen here to try and step up and support the main army moving through. Now, where's this Queen going to go? Is she going to go in towards that Eagle? She is. Going to pop that Royal Champion ability early just to get things moving, get some damage in on those cannons there. Now that Ice Golem will pop, which means that the enemy Queen is going to go down here. And we're going to see a singular E-Dragon get placed at this bottom side, which means that we're going to chain onto those Teslas from the storage. Is a really good call on bringing that E-Dragon there. Had he brought a smaller funneling troop, would have been a bit of an issue going into this one. But here go all of the dragons down from this bottom side here. He needs this E-Dragon to get that storage, and it does. Now, we don't have any loons going in with the dragons, which is a bit interesting. I think he might have forgot the loons here, but here comes the blimp here moving in for this town hall. Now, the dragons are enraged up, and he might actually pop this ability early to save one of them from that black mine. He does, and I'm not going to lie, this is looking really, really solid so far. Going to drop a second rage. It's not going to enrage a bunch of troops here, but that should allow those dragons to get through that town hall there. Now, is he going to get this Town Hall? He opts in to freeze it. That's a good call, and we've got all the bats coming in on this scatter shot here, but he misses one of the bats, which means that he's going to lose a couple of them to this scatter shot. Can they get through it? Here come a couple of loons to tank that wizard tower at the bottom side. We have 2 free spells left remaining, but do these bats have enough momentum to get through these defenses? I don't think so. And he's in a world of trouble here. Has plenty of dragons down south at this bottom side here. Opts in to freeze that Inferno Tower again, which means that these loons could come in clutch and snipe this one out of the way. But even then, we've got an air defense up at the backside here. Can these dragons get there in time? I don't think so. With that Royal Champion standing as well, this one is also going to be a defense. I don't see this one going through, but it definitely was a really, really nice try. First hit. This is the second hit. I'm updating them as we go. Hopefully it'll work. I don't think the API is updated yet. But what's up, Specky? How you doing? Specky, another fantastic streamer in the Clash world. You should go ahead and pop him a follow. It's pretty cool. It's pretty nice. I like chilling in his streams. He's a pretty chill dude. All right, best gamer, have a good rest of your day, buddy. But once the API updates, then I'll force update it. We got Helga in the chat as well, one of the WCL admins. And this one is going to end at about an 85% 2-star, which is definitely not a bad start here, but not the start they were looking for. Both of these raids coming really, really close, but again, the deployment of the bats on that scatter shot just missed the bats just a tiny bit there, which caused them to get targeted by that scatter, and he lost a bunch of them there. So a very, very nice try, but this one actually is going to end at about 86% rather, because that one singular minion is going to get that barracks down and then die to the archer tower. Very, very nice try there, but it is going to be a defense for Team TimeFail there, and that's exactly what we need to see going into these first raids. We've got 17.2% from Goodfellas and 16.4% from Team TimeFail here. So realistically, they've still got plenty of time to get some OP hits in, and let's see what Team TimeFail can do to respond here and possibly give themselves a bit of an edge going through to get this one done. I wish I understood attack strategies. No worries, Realham. I'll try and, you know what, just for you, I'll try and kind of explain what the attacker's trying to do and what he's looking for when they're going in for these attacks to kind of break it down for you just a little bit here. I understand most of them. Can I execute them myself? Absolutely not. But I'll do my best to try and explain what the attacker's got in mind and what he's going for. But some of these attackers, I mean, I've known both of these teams to do things that kind of think outside the box, things that you don't normally see, and just ends up working out really well for them. But here we go. We got Team TimeFail going in again with the Zap Hybrid here. So those 5 lightning spells are going to be used to possibly grab a scatter shot here, get it out of the way, or possibly help out the Queen charge going in to set the funnel for the Hybrid. Let's see where he starts out here. 5 lightning spells is not enough to take down the Eagle or the Clan Castle, but it definitely is enough to get a scatter. So he's got plenty of time. Is he waiting for this Queen to wander in to where this scatter shot range is? That could be what he's waiting to do. No, he decides to zap this scatter shot and these Expos over here and then quake them all down, which means that he's going to get a scatter shot, 2 Expos, and this extra building over here. I can't remember what that was, but that's a ton of DPS value getting taken out at the beginning there, which is going to allow this Queen, which might come in from either this top side or this bottom side, to be relatively safe going into the base. Charging into 4 Expos is definitely a bit rough. Oh, it's this meme clan. All right, here we go. We got the Queen coming in from this 4 o'clock side here, and she's going to see her healers go down a little bit later just to make sure that there's no black mines there. Here comes the King a bit late there on that storage to kind of go in and force that Queen into the core of this base. Now, the Queen's taking a lot of damage here, but she is going to have to force her ability because the rage spell was slightly late there. Here comes a Headhunter with that King at the bottom side here to take down the enemy King and set the funnel for the Queen. Now, that Inferno Dragon is outside of the range of that poison, but it's not going to matter a whole lot. Now, is this Queen going to go in for the Town Hall, or is she just kind of meant to dive into the base here? We'll see. That Super Wall Breaker did break open the wall where the Expo was, but I think he was trying to break open the Town Hall compartment, but didn't notice that the walls actually weren't closed in, which means that this technically isn't a compartment, which means that the Queen is going to walk up here, and this is definitely not according to plan. I think he wanted that Town Hall with the Queen, but let's see what he does to adapt here. Going to drop that Siege Barracks in from this 6 o'clock side. And we'll see where his hybrid's going to go in. It's probably going to go in straight at this 4 o'clock side. 4 to 5 o'clock side here, straight into that town hall, and there it goes. There go all the miners with that warden, and we're going to see those hog riders deployed a little bit later after the town hall gets activated here. We're going to see an early warden ability to protect as many troops as possible, not only from that eagle blast, but also from the town hall explosion. Now everything's going to dive straight in to the core of this base, and he's going to have to use his momentum to get through the rest of the base here. He has the scatter and the queen in the core that his hybrid has to get through. He's going to opt in to freeze that, which is good value there because of the splash damage from the scatter shot there. Royal Champion is going to dive into the core. The hog riders are looking pretty healthy so far. That warden is staying with the pack, and he still has a chance here to get this one done. Now the tornado trap is going to stall the hog riders, but it does not affect the miners. So the miners will continue forward while the hog riders take a bit of a pause. But now we're starting to see a bit of a split of the main army, which is causing things to thin out here. And because of that split, I don't think he's going to have enough momentum to get through the rest of the base here. Has an extra free spell, and that Royal Champion ability is going to be forced to pop it here if he's not careful. He pops the ability just barely in time here. Now, can this Royal Champion get the rest of this base out of the way? I don't think so. With the amount of health she has left and the fact that she just went down there, it is not going to be enough to get through this base. But at the same time, he is still going to clear 80% and continue to add to the percentage count of Team TimeFail here. But yeah, Flux, we've got two pretty intense teams going up against each other today. We've got Team TimeFail and we've got Goodfellas, which Goodfellas are Bangladesh, and Team TimeFail are Sticks and Ball. Okay, the API is updated, but it doesn't seem like the program is working. If you're still here, Specky. It's still giving me the same errors. Hold on, let me go ahead and send you something. It's giving me that. Yeah, we're testing out a couple of programs during this stream, so apologies if I get a bit distracted here and there. Aryan, thank you so much for the comment over on YouTube. I appreciate it. All right, what are we looking at from Goodfellas here? We're looking at a bit of a Queen Charge hybrid here with a potential Yeti blimp or possibly a blimp for this Town Hall. I don't see this Queen charging into any singles anytime soon. We're going to see that King come in from the 9 o'clock side here to funnel that Queen straight in towards this Eagle artillery. Now we're going to see the first Super Wall Breaker come down, break open that wall. We're going to see the second one pretty soon after here to get that second wall open to allow Queen access to that Eagle. We're going to see an early rage here to not force the ability on the Queen, which is a pretty good call here. He might have possibly been able to delay that rage just a little bit more to allow him a bit more value from it, but he's not going to take the chances here, and he's just going to go straight in with using that rage early, which still gets him into the base and towards that Eagle. Now, if he's careful here, he actually could possibly funnel this right side with a siege barracks and then charge the hybrid straight in towards this town hall. But let's see what the attacker has in mind here. Now we're going to see a singular Coco Loon going in to try and grab any seeking air mines for this Queen. He's actually going to rage her up, and she's going to step down and grab that scatter shot there, which is really good value from this Queen charge, as well as she's going to stay alive going into the hybrid portion of this raid if he's careful. Now, the Queen is under quite a bit of damage here with the Warden and the Expo, but as long as he's got another rage here and those two freezes, he should be okay with taking down this Hound here. Now, the Headhunters are still alive on defense, but they're going to wander into that poison spell here, which means that they should go down, but he's going to opt in to freeze them there in that poison to make sure that they go down and that his Queen can stay alive. Now, what's the plan for this hybrid here? We do have a siege barracks coming in from this top side. Like I said, that's probably the best call here, and we're going to see that hybrid come in from the 11 o'clock side here to go in for that town hall. He's going to pop that Queen ability through the enemy Queen there, take her down, and he's going to set an even better funnel for that hybrid with the Queen in the core. Now, is this Queen going to go left here and backtrack, or is she going to beat a wall? She is going to target the wall there, and she is probably going to go down to that town hall, which is definitely not the best for this raid here. But then again, it's not the end of the world, because those two healers are going to transition to the hybrid and help keep them healthy. So we have the P.E.K.K.A. and a couple of Hog Riders on the outside here with the Royal Champion to force everything into the inside. But now we're starting to see a bit of a split here, and things could get things could go a little bit south here if he's not careful. All of his troops are still diving into the core of this base. They're going to get that scatter shot down, and now we're diving into two Inferno Towers, one at multi-target and one at single. Now, as long as his miners can get through and get this one done, he should be okay here. Might opt in to pop that Royal Champion ability, which he does, to get through the Infernos. Is he going to have enough here? It's going to be really, really close, but I think those skeleton traps on defense have done it here for the defender, and he could get lucky with this one, and it is going to be a defense. I don't see the miners getting through this one. Unless the Warden can be clutch and take down that multi-target Inferno, I don't think it's going to happen. Multi-target Inferno still at half health. Yeah, it's going to be really, really close, but it's not going to be enough. Just barely running out of time there. Yeah, I removed the output files. I don't know if putting them back would help, because it's just going to show all of the results from the last war. So, yeah. is going to be a defense at about 90%. So pretty much matching the percentage of the previous attack there. And that's still going to keep Goodfellas in the lead there going into the second round of attacks here, 35.20% to 34.40%. So it's definitely not far off, and it's a very close war as of right now. Now, again, at the moment, we are trying to test out some things and get some things working. So if I look a bit distracted, it's because I am. Don't worry. All right. Okay, so we should be seeing a response from the team TimeFail side in just a moment. Here we got Shide in the chat as well. How you doing, Shide? Welcome to the stream. Shide, another Clash commentator and streamer. He's a pretty cool dude. I recommend you drop him a follow. His streams are pretty fun. I've heard he's an OP base builder as well. Don't know where I heard it from, but I'm just gonna say it. And here we go. We got Team TimeFail going in again. Let's see what they're rocking. We've got a bit of a Yeti smash with those quad quakes here. Let's see what he's gonna decide to do. He's gonna start with that Warden Walk down by the 6 o'clock side to funnel. We're probably gonna see a second funnel with either the Siege Barracks or possibly the King over at the right side by 3. There's the Yeti. We might even see the King, maybe not. That Yeti can do just fine there, funneling those storages, getting them out of the way. And now we're going to see a nice funnel setup for those Yetis to charge straight in towards that Eagle Artillery. Now, my one worry here with quaking over the Eagle Artillery, which is exactly what he's going to do here, is it opens up too much of the base here. But because these two sections of the base are walled off here, that means that all the Yetis should converge to the core of the base moving in here. He's going to start with that Party Wizard down at the right side here. They technically are still legal in the league. Before, we had a bunch of confusion with teams not being able to use them, but now the deadline to being able to use them has been extended to the 21st of August here. Now this Warden is going to do some really nice funneling work here for the Yeti smash, and he might be trying to get this storage out of the way before he starts the Yetis. Nope, he's just going to start straight in here, straight into the Tesla farm, and he's going to drop that Party King in with that Siege Barracks. Super Wall Breaker going to break open the wall, allowing the Yetis access to the core of the base. And we got a couple of bowlers from this top side here, and I don't know if they're going to go in, but rather they might walk around here, at least the bowlers at the top here. Now this Queen is going to go in here. He's going to drop that Rage. We might see this Warden ability get used a little bit early here to save that King and allow those bowlers to be a bit safe against those scatter shots. No, being very patient here, which is a good call, because now he's able to pop that Warden ability and get those Yetis through that Town Hall, which means that they're all going to stay alive here. Now, the bowlers aren't really doing a whole lot for him here at the moment. A couple of them bouncing to the outside. The Queen is beating a wall like she always does. And we might see this World Champion come in from this top side here. There she is. And she's going to dive in and try and help out the Yetis, powering into the backside of this base here. But I'm not convinced that this one has that momentum to get through, even with the Queen ability still being in hand and the World Champion ability still being in hand as well. He's going to have to pop that ability, but she's going to die before she gets the shield off. No spotters there helping with the freeze over that Inferno Tower. The Hound is still alive. And yeah, this one is going to definitely be another defense here. Not the best use of spells near the back end of that raid, but it is still a decent effort there. I like the plan. It could potentially have the it could potentially work here. I think if that Royal Champion would have come in from the 6 o'clock side, might have gone in and done a bit more damage there. Thank you, Kastabu. I think it's how you say it. I'm going to butcher every single foreign name ever. But thank you so much for the like. You're asking for a base review. I currently don't do base reviews on my streams. I try and keep them focused to the wars. There are plenty of other Clash commentators out there that will do base reviews for you. I think we got a couple of them in the chat over here. Shide, a big base review guy. Feel free to hit him up with those base reviews. Go ahead and spam him on Discord. I'm sure he would appreciate it. But there we go. Queen is going to take down that air defense, and this one is going to end at about a 79% 2-star here. Very nice try. All right. All right, so not the 3-star that they were looking to get there, but at the same time, it's not the least amount of percentage we've seen. It's just a very close war right now. We've seen 2-star after 2-star so far. Is someone going to break the silence and come out of the gates here with a 3? Let's see if Goodfellas are the team to get this one done. All right. And again, we are currently testing some. We're testing some programs at the moment during this stream. It's a couple of overlay programs. You could probably put 2 and 2 together and figure out why we've got blank little tabs down there. We're working on some stuff at the moment, and this was the war that we would test it out. Didn't work as to plan at the moment, but there is a chance that I know why. Is it possible if I could help you finding an active clan? Richard, if you want to join my clans, here's the clan tag to that. That's Warbusters. We're pretty active. We are a primarily war clan accepting non-rushed Town Hall 9 accounts. We also have a mini clan for Town Hall 9 and below accounts. So that one is definitely super fun. But here we go. We have a Zap Lalo coming in from Goodfellas here. Let's see what their plan is. Is he going to try and zap this queen out of the way? And he is. He's going to get 2 expos there, the eagle and the queen, with those zaps. Definitely a good use of zaps there. Going to get some pretty solid value. Here comes the world champion from this right side here to take down a couple of defenses, and we're going to see the king come in shortly after. Now, the world champion will take down this air defense with her seeking shield, but I think she's going to go down after that. She'll get that cannon as well. Here come a bunch of loons in with the baby dragon to take down those Teslas. Bit of a prediction there on those Teslas. Knew that they would be there, and drops in a bunch of loons to take them down. And that ice golem going to freeze up all those Teslas and allow the funnel for that queen to dive in and grab not only that scatter shot, but also this air sweeper here, which is definitely going to prove useful for the Lalo later on in this raid. Now, the clan castle is going to come out. It is going to be a lava hound here, but it shouldn't mess up his Sui too much here. I think he'll be okay. It might slow things down just a little bit here because that queen is now going to have to take down the hound and then pop her ability to grab that scatter shot there. The hound will go down, but now all the pups are going to lock onto the queen, which means that she's going to waste her royal cloak ability there, targeting those pups rather than taking down the air sweeper. Will she be able to get it anyways, though? I think so. Wow, really good value there from the queen. She is going to get that air sweeper out of the way, which means that the Lalo is not going to have to run into any of them going through. Now, we are going to see that Stone Slammer come in towards that Inferno Tower, and we have all 3 of the hounds deployed straight in, taking that scatter shot there, doing some fantastic work. Are we going to see a free spell dropped on that Inferno Tower to keep those hounds alive? We don't. Both of the hounds are going to pop, and now we have no more tanking troops on the board for these loons. Now, they will be taking down a couple of defenses here, but going into this town hall, we are going to have to see that warden ability popped. Otherwise, we're going to be in a bit of trouble. Those loons are going to get melted really quick here. He is going to opt in to freeze that town hall, allowing for that warden to kind of step up just a little bit more there. There goes the warden ability over that town hall. The slammer is still alive here. This is looking pretty solid so far. We do have a headhunter still on the board here. That might be used for cleanup at this point. There is technically no more troops left, or there's no more heroes. Oh, well, there's the king up at the top side there. We are going to deploy that headhunter for the king. Where's the headhunter? Don't even know where it is. But the headhunter's on the board for the king somewhere, and we are going to see that slammer pop with those loons, and those loons should have enough here to get through that single target inferno. They might just barely get taken down here. It's super close. Is that warden going to be clutch and snipe this inferno tower with help from those loons there? One of the loons is going to go down. 2 of them are going to take it down. The pups trigger that tornado trap. Hopefully the minions don't get drawn into it, and they do. But with that dragon alive, if he has the time, he should be able to get through this one here. 30 seconds left on the board. Plenty of pups and minions left. I think this is going to be the first triple of this war with the Zap Lalo for Goodfellas or Bangladesh. Fantastic raid here. Going to get this one done and secure that 3-star. Hold on a second. Did it just work? Specky? Okay, it's showing one of them, but it's not showing all of them. But as you can see there, it updated. It kind of worked. It's not what we were going for there. But which rate is that tracking? I guess it's tracking the this one here. So wait a minute. So okay, so what's supposed to be happening is we're supposed to see all of them update. But it seems, oh, you know what it might be? I think I know what it is. I think I know what it is. I don't think the API is updating fast enough. Yeah. So the files are showing up, but it's just not updating the same speed as the other one. That's kind of funny. Okay. So, but that was a very nice hit there with the Zaplaw. We got KT Mobile Gaming in the chat. What's up? How you doing? Welcome to the stream. Hope you're having a good day. I jump into her streams a bunch there. She's a pretty fun streamer. You definitely enjoy popping in there. But we got another Zap Lalo coming in from the team TimeFail, guys. Let's see what they're going to be doing here. Going to start with those 2 zaps there, or 7 zaps rather, to take down that clan castle. I don't even know why I said 2 there. Let's see what we've got going. A singular loon coming in to tank for that minion there. Going to take down that those 2 builder huts to kind of set a funnel here for this king to dive in for this top side here. Now, the king and the baby dragon are going to funnel just a little bit here for the queen and possibly an ice golem to come in to take down that single target inferno, as well as get that royal champion and the queen. Now, the king is going to get locked onto by that single, which means that will he try and burn a free spell here? And he does, to save that king, and that's a good call. Here come those 2 headhunters to dive in to help out in taking down those heroes. The king is going to do a bunch of damage damage there and tank, but he's not going to be enough to get through the heroes on his own. The queen and those headhunters will help out a ton. Headhunters is going to hop the wall there, but not take down the queen, but his queen will take down that enemy queen there going into the raid. Now, this is actually looking like a pretty solid start. He's gotten the world champion, he's gotten the enemy queen, and he's gotten the CC out of the way. Now, is he going to have enough troops here to get through the rest of the base? That's the question. We do have a multi-target Inferno standing here. Would have liked if his queen kind of stepped up to maybe take it down. It is at about, it's really at no health there, so might even use a couple of loons to take it down later on in the raid. And now we're going to see the Lalo coming in from this 230 side here. Now the hounds are going to start, and they're going to get taken down pretty quickly due to that eagle and the seeking air mines there. But we're going to see that blimp diving in for that town hall to secure that 2-star. Make sure that you do not 1-star in this format. Otherwise, you could be messing up the entire war for your clan. There's the warden ability to protect that blimp going in. Was it needed? I don't believe so. And now he has to make sure that his loons stay away from the core of the base, and they do. They're going to avoid that town hall blast and then move in for the rest of the base here. Now a hound does pop out of that stone slammer out of the blimp there, and it is gonna, and we do have the sneaky goblins coming in to take down the town hall from the blimp as well. Now he has no more spells left other than that one haste. Is he going to use it on this blimp here, or this scatter shot, or is he going to wait until the troops get to the back end of the base? He is. There go all the loons. They're going to dive in, but I don't think they have enough to get through the single target Inferno and that multi, despite it having literally no health. This is definitely an excellent try here, but I think it's just barely going to fizzle out near the back end. And in all honesty, if his Royal Champion got down this multi-target Inferno, I would be saying, yeah, this one's probably going to triple. He's probably good. But even then, with that single staying alive next to that Wiz Tower, it's going to be a bit of an issue for these pups, and this one is going to end at a high percentage 2-star again. Man could have zapped both sweepers. Yeah, I saw that. I was going to point that out a bit earlier in the stream, or in the raid there, but not catching it there. So that's strange. Why is it? It's updating here and there, and it's also disappearing. Very, very interesting stuff. We're currently working on trying to get a program working where, as you can see right now, we've got a bit of a it's kind of working right now. It's slowly updating. It's just not updating the same time as the other program, but it's displaying each percentage and the star count on each of the bases there, 1 through 5 for each teams. But that is going to be a 91% from Rocket there. Really, really nice try. But it is going to be a defense, not the defense that Team TimeFail we're looking for there. But hopefully they can come through and get a triple of their own in the final attack. So realistically, right now, if Goodfellas were to respond with a triple, they would put themselves in the lead by quite a bit here. And let's see what they've got going. We have another Queen Charge. We have a Zap Miner. Queen Charge Zap Miner. Very interesting stuff. Not a common attack that we see, but definitely still super powerful. Now, where are we going to see those 7 zaps come down on? They are going to come down on the Expo and that Inferno Tower alongside the Clan Castle. And we're going to see 2 more going in to take down the Sweeper there. A bit interesting. That could be to just grab more buildings there and get a bit more value out of your spells, which makes sense. You always want to grab as much value as you can. Here come a bunch of loons in for the funnel here for these Teslas. It looks like these bases have been burned before, hit before, because in all honesty, I mean, Goodfellas are really coming in with some OP predictions there, predicting the Tesla farm by those storages and creating the funnel with the amount of loons that he dropped in. And now we're going to see the queen come in from this 9 o'clock side here, and she's going to kind of dive down. Is she meant to walk in for this town hall? She very well could be. There is that chance. I'm not entirely sure yet. She might be forced up here with this king, which I think is part of the plan. Yeah, she's definitely going to be forced up because of the Eagle artillery at that top side there. And this king's actually going to clear out a couple of buildings. And no, the queen goes south. No way. The queen is going to go south there for that wizard tower, which means she's not going to go up for the eagle. I don't think that's a part of the plan. But it's definitely not going to be the end of the world here, especially with how this queen can now grab the town hall. I don't think that was a part of the plan. I'm not one to say that was planned. The queen is going to take down that bomb tower and then get the town hall. And are the miners meant to come in from this top side? I can't say that this is to plan. You can't plan the queen walking all the way back around like that. But he is adapting on the fly, and albeit he's doing pretty well so far, has a singular free spell to get through this Inferno Tower here. And he's just going to force that queen ability there through that Inferno Tower, which might be a good call, because at this point the queen has done everything he needs her to do. So if she dies off, it's not going to be the end of the world. And here come all of the miners with the with the world champion to help out here. Now, why has he opted in for all miners rather than the hybrid? That's a really good question here. We do have those 2 scatter shots, which could pose a bit of an issue for a bunch of hog riders diving in. So he's kind of understood, you know what, let me get the miners in. Let me see if they can get better value here, because those scatter shots are going to cause a bunch of splash damage here. And so far, it's working out for him here. Look at how many troops he still has alive, and 49 seconds left on the board. Still has the world champion ability in hand. So far, this is looking crushed, but those skeleton traps on defense there could be a bit of an issue for this for the miners here. Not really. They're going to take him down just fine here. And this one should be an easy 3-star if he has the time. I've just noticed this builder hut down at the bottom side here. Does he have the troops to get through? 30 seconds left on the board. He needs a good split here from the miners in order to secure the 3-star, and it looks like he's going to get it here. 24 seconds left on the board. I think he's got the troops for sure to get this one done, but does he have the time? 19 seconds left to go. 15 seconds. I think he's going to get this one, and that is going to be a second 3-star from the Goodfellas side here. Excellent attack there by Goodfellas. It's going to secure them a second 3-star in this war. Really, really nice attack, and we've seen so many high percentage 2-stars and as well as a couple of 3-stars from this war. Now, realistically, if Team TimeFail want to win this war, they need to see a 3-star and a 1-star defense, and even then, I think they still might lose on percentage. It's definitely a very close war. Team TimeFail not out of it just yet, but they're barely hanging on here, and they realistically need to get this win if they want to see playoff contention later on in this season. This is week 6 of the WCL. We only have one more week until we go into playoffs. So each of these clans with a lower win-loss ratio need to definitely step up and get as many wins as possible. There's a second thing updating for us there. Definitely not bad, but the star count's not updating. Maybe it'll update. There we go. So it's kind of working, Specky. It's not fully working. It's just slow. I don't know how we can fix that. But here we go. Couple of loons coming in. We've got a bit of a zap hog raid here. Queen charge hogs. A bit of a different pacing to the previous raid, which was the all miners there. And here comes the Coco Loon, straight in there to try and protect those healers from any seeking air mines. We started with those zap spells to take down a couple of buildings. I think we got a scatter shot out of the way here. Did we get a scatter shot? No, we got a... What did we get out of the way? We might have gotten... What did we get out of the way? Was it a couple of expos? It might have been... Yeah, it might have been a couple of expos and an air sweeper there for the queen charge to eventually dive into this base here. Now, this queen should walk north here for this town hall, which I can kind of understand why he's doing that. And we might see the hybrid... Or, sorry, not the hybrid. The hog riders come in from this top side here. Hashtag blame Specky. Honestly, man, I got to give props to Specky. He was up late last night, and I don't think it was early for him, but he was probably up early this morning trying to get that set up for me, and it's definitely a start to something beautiful. So as long as we can do a couple more tweaks and get that worked out, it should be pretty awesome. But this queen is going to deal with those headhunters and the enemy hound just fine here. Now, the poison spell does wear off, which means that the hound is going to have to clear through these pups on her own, but we're going to see a party wizard come in to try and help out with those pups to take them down here. Now, he's not going to get forced a rage here, which is pretty good, but he's going to burn one anyways. Very interesting stuff there, and I think that's just try and get this raid moving through because he notices the time, and that's honestly a good call. We've got the headhunters on offense there, stepping up, taking down the enemy king, as well as hunting a funnel with that siege barracks there. Now, the queen is going to clear through this town hall, but now the real worry is going to be with these hog riders. Are they going to have enough here to get through the rest of the base, especially with how they're splitting up here? The royal champion is going to get caught in that tornado trap, but we're going to see things still moving through. We saw that warden ability get used fairly early there through the first scatter shot, and we've got the king coming in from the bottom side to tank the scatter here. This is a pretty OP plan. Now, does he have the momentum to get through? Hog riders coming out of that siege barracks there. They're tanking for the single up top. This is looking really solid. I think this one is going to 3. I think he's got this one. Look at all the hog riders left alive. As long as things don't go south here, he should be able to get this one through. Tons of wizards to clean up there at the back end. Still has the queen and royal champion ability. And this is going to be the triple that Team TimeFail were looking for in this war here. Solid. This was an OP plan. Honestly, fantastic stuff from him. Well done. I just can't get that thing to work on my streams at all. Just gave up. Yeah, it definitely is very, very finicky. And not to mention with the Clash API being slow, it definitely doesn't help because realistically right now, it's not fully updated. So we are seeing 4 attacks from either side, but that latest attack is not going to get updated until much later. Yeah, so it's Specky. It's working. It just seems that it's a bit slow. Just gave up. Yeah, fair enough. But now, if Goodfellas get anything more than a... What do they need? They need, realistically, 13%. That's about... They need about a 60%, 65% 1-star. Realistically. It's a little less important in 5v5 Esports Wars. The stats are pretty important. Because, like, you can kind of track how each of the clans are doing. And honestly, having the per base... stats as well definitely helps, because now look, I don't have to click on any of these raids. You know some of the results, but the way the stats work is, so the 90% is from the #1 player of the Goodfellas side. So as you can see, his first attack was on the #1 on their side, and it got 90%. So that's kind of how the stats get projected on the screen. But yeah, I mean, the stats are definitely, in all honesty, I would argue they're more important for the esports format than they are the mixed breakdown. Don't get me wrong, the mixed breakdown still is very important. Like, having the stats on screen for the 11v11, the 12v12, the 13v13, the dips, the scouts, all that stuff is so important, especially going in. But, you know, actually, it's hard to say. It's hard to say. I think they're kind of equally important. Possibly more so with the mixed breakdown wars, because you've got more to look into. But they're definitely fun to have, that's for sure. Now, Goodfellas have a bit of time here to go in, but they're going to start straight away. Now, realistically, they need an above 60% 1-star to win the war. A 2-star wins it for them regardless. Let's see what he's going to be rocking. We're looking at the Zap Hogs. So, Goodfellas have looked at this base, gone, you know what? We don't need safe 2-stars. We're going for a 3, and they've brought in the Zap Hogs. Definitely a 3-star or bust attack strategy there. You're either getting a 3-star or you're going to get a very low percentage too. Going to start by zapping the clan castle out of the way, clearing it, getting rid of it. No more clan castle. Goodbye. And now that core has been gutted there. Could he have possibly grabbed the eagle with the zaps? I don't think so. Definitely fun. Absolutely. Absolutely. Now we're going to see a loon with a minion coming from this left side here to clear a couple of buildings out of the way. That's some pretty good value there from that minion. Now here comes the king with the wizard from the bottom side here, and he's going to kind of help clear through a couple of buildings, get them out of the way, and set the funnel for this queen to eventually dive in for the town hall possibly. Now we do have a couple of loons coming in behind this ice golem here. We don't have any healers for the queen, but we do have those 3 loons for the cannon there. Very interesting use. I see they're Coco loons for the blimp to dive in for that town hall. Now, are we going to have a free spell for the town hall, or will we see a couple of sneaky goblins come out of there? Oh no, the blimp didn't make it to the town hall. Can this queen step up and get it down? The blimp just barely made it short, which means that the sneaky goblins were not able to step up and get it. But now the attacker's going to have to adapt on the fly. Is he going to opt in to use the world champion for this town hall and keep the hog portion the same? Possibly so. I wouldn't risk it in all honesty. Yeah, here's the world champion. He needs to make sure that he can send in the world champion to get that town hall out of the way. Only freezes the town hall, not the inferno, which is a bit interesting there. But this world champion should have enough here to get through this town hall. Should. It's going to be close. It's going to be really close. He popped that ability too early. Oh, he's just barely going to get to that town hall there. Really, really nice stuff. Definitely a bit risky. And now it's going to come down to the Hog Riders. And at this point, he knows, look, I just got to save the 2. If I can get the 2-star, we win this war. And that's what I'm going to try and do here. So the Hog Riders are going to come in from this bottom side here by about 4 o'clock. We're going to see those cleanup wizards go in directly after them. But we do not have the royal champion for this enemy queen, which means that this one is not going to happen for him here going into the base. Now, he's going to pop that warden ability to go through that enemy queen. He might. There's the warden going to protect a couple of those hog riders from the eagle blast and that tornado trap. And he is going to easily clear 50% here and get the win for Goodfellas here against Team TimeFail. Definitely was an excellent war so far, but this one is not going to end in a triple just because the enemy queen stayed alive and the longevity of this attack is kind of dying out here. And the momentum has definitely slowed. Really, really nice try there from the Goodfellas side, but it is going to be a defense. Super nice try, but that is going to be a win. It's going to be a win for Goodfellas here against Team TimeFail. 12-11. How is the percentage game looking? It's going to be close on percentage, actually, because this one's not going to end very, very high. I'll stay in it until the raid ends, just so you guys don't miss anything. Got the few cleanup wizards going in, taking down a couple of buildings. And that cannon's going to finish things off, and that minion won't get that storage because of the expo. Can that wizard get a singular building? Oh, can this archer get this singular building in 13 seconds? I don't believe so. So this one is going to be a defense, but still going to be the win for Goodfellas against Team TimeFail in this Week 6 WCL matchup. We have Mark over on Trovo as well. How you doing, Mark? Welcome to the stream. Hope you're having a wonderful, wonderful day. And we are going to wrap this one up with Sticks and Balls actually winning on percentage, Wow. So Goodfellas winning on stars, but losing on the percentage game. And I think that goes to show how important those 3 stars are. You can have a bunch of 2-star, high 2-star plans, but if you're not able to capitalize and get those 3 stars, you're not going to be able to win these kinds of wars. And it's showing here definitely a really, really good effort from the Team TimeFail side. And this one is going to be a win to Goodfellas here. So now, what's interesting here is that the program is working, Specky, because the things are showing up. But at the same time, it's not updating fast enough, which is interesting. Very, very interesting. Who are Goodfellas? Goodfellas are Bangladesh. So Bangladesh are they have a 5v5 team in this league. So they've hit themselves 2 triples in this war. Go ahead and pop those on for you. Here, I believe the first one was a... what was it? It was a Zap Lalo? Yeah. We'll keep this one on screen for you guys while we work out what's going on with the stats here to make sure that everything is working just fine. This is a nice Zap Lalo, getting some pretty good value, taking down the Queen and the Eagle, clearing that out of the way. And then setting up a very nice Sui into that scatter shot, grabbing the sweeper out of the way, and then allowing his Lalo to move through. Now we're going to be live just for a little bit longer here as we work out a few more kinks in the programs that we have designed. As you can see right now, it's kind of working. It's kind of working. So right now below me, you can kind of see each of the raids as they go in. These stats get updated for which attacker hit what. And I think it's just a really cool addition to the stream. But right now we're still trying to work out a few kinks with the program. One being it updating with the Supercell API. So thing is with Clash API and the stats for Clash and everything is that the API is a bit slow. And that's just kind of how it... that's just how the API operates. It rather than refreshing every, 1 to 2 seconds, it refreshes every 5 to 10 minutes. That's normally what it'll be, or it's really 2 to 5 minutes realistically. And so you're not going to get updated results until the API refreshes, which could be 2 to 3 minutes after the attack goes in, which is a bit of a problem. But at the same time, I mean, there definitely are ways to get around the waiting time, but there we go. Let's see. Now it's going to update. And now all of them updated. But some of them aren't working. There we go. But yeah, as you can see, everything on the screen. So it just updates at the end of the war. And some of them kind of disappear here and there. But yeah, I'm just giving the feedback over to Specky. And it seems like some of the star counts are disappearing. Wait. There we go. And then they disappear. Huh. Interesting. So some of the star counts are disappearing. But, yeah, that's what we've been working on right now. It's still a work in progress. As you can clearly see, there's still a lot to do to make it perfect here. But, hey, it's somewhat operational. It's outputting what it needs to output. And there you go. And it doesn't seem... Yeah, there we go. So it should be correct, right? And I'm actually just going to double verify after this raid goes through. And if you guys have anyone that you want me to host over to, please feel free to let me know. We might be hosting over to Bluebird, though. I see him live over there. I think he's doing some war action. But yeah, we're just working on working out some stuff. Yeah, that's really interesting. So all of the attacks updated literally the second that battle day was over. Interesting. But yeah, here's the special surprise that we've got working on. Huge shout out to Specky, man. He did all of the coding for this program and got it set in stone and worked out. So it is technically reading things correctly. As you can see, everything's all set up just fine. It's reading all the correct values. Like if we look at each of the hits, it should be 90, 100, 65, 100, 86. So 90, 100, 65, 100, and then 86. And then over here, it should be 90, 79, 82, 100, 91. Oh, actually, wait, we can't see because we're on the other side. But if we look here, they're number 1, 90, 79, 82, 100, and 91. So it's all correct. It's all the correct values, and it's working just great. It's just more of the updating. But yeah, it's cool to see that this thing is actually working, and it's reading the right things, because really the worry is that it doesn't work at all. At least we have something that's functional, and then we can go from there and see how we can get it to update a bit faster. All right, let me go ahead and get that second triple up on the screen for you guys, and then we'll also show the third one from Team TimeFail. It was definitely a solid Queen Charge Hogs. We do need to shout it out. But special shout out to the couple of to the few follows that popped in. Really appreciate you for dropping by. Okay, let me just update something real quick. There we go, but this was a pretty nice zap queen charge into the miners there. I'm not convinced that this one went fully to plan, but at the same time, it was still pretty OP. It was it worked out for him in the end, because the queen magically, after taking down this wizard tower, rather than going for the gold mines, went for the wiz tower and went south. So OP base building, or was that a part of the plan? I don't know. It's hard to say, man. It's such an OP hit there, because the queen's able to step up and get the town hall, and then the miners coming from the top side. So it's probably not what he was meaning to do there, but hey, it worked out. I think he was planning on super wall breaking in to grab the eagle and the scatter shot out of the way, and then possibly miner the town hall. But hey, he's just gonna go ahead and clear out the town hall with the queen. And how did the healers not switch to the BK? So the queen was taking enough damage there for the healers to not switch over to the barbarian king. That's the big key. As long as the queen is taking enough damage, the healers will not switch. That's kind of how that works there. Nope. Oh, they weren't? Are you sure? Oh, we'll go back. Let me go back and speed through it. Pretty sure the queen was taking damage. Queen was fully healed. Healers started to move. Let's see. Okay, so king's moving through. I see what you're saying. They switch back over to the king. Well, they switched back over to the king because the queen started taking damage. So there was that small split second where the queen started taking damage from the expo, so the healers switched over. Yeah. Yep. Luck? Not exactly luck. But, well, yeah, kind of. If the queen didn't get targeted by the expo, then they wouldn't have switched. So. All right, now let's show this this third 3-star here, and then we'll go ahead and host over to Bluebird. All right. This is a pretty solid hit as well. This was a zap queen charge hogs. Bit interesting there. Queen was one tile far enough to have the expo switch. Yeah, definitely a little bit lucky there. Things could have gone much more south, but he was able to control it and pull it back in to get the 3-star. Didn't freak out. Didn't go just, okay, I got a plan for the 2 and I just got to send everything to the town hall. He was like, you know what? Nah, we're chill. We're vibing. We're just chilling. Everything's just fine. Let's go ahead and vibe. And sure enough, got it done. But this queen charge was OP. Went in for that town hall, and then the hog riders came in from the right side. I was convinced that these hogs would have too much to get through, but no, they got it done. They were able to get through it just fine. Headhunter's coming out on defense, not doing a ton. Drops that poison early to take them down, which he does. The hound goes down pretty quickly. And then queen takes him down. Yeah, very, very nice funnel with those party wizards there. Party wizards are OP, man. That party wizard steps up, gets the dark storage and this builder hut before going down. Like, what an OP wizard there. And sending in another one to take down those pups. The big key with this attack strategy is at least the cleanup. You're not going to get as you need to make sure you have cleanup, because those hog riders will not be taking the defenses down in the core. So like this this queen pad right here, these 2 storages, they're not going to go down to the hog riders. So Great spotting. Yeah, honestly, whoever was spotting him told him, look, dude, just drop the rage and send in the hogs now because you're going to run out of time. And yeah, sure enough, dropped the hog riders at the right time and got things moving through. So, you know, Team TimeFail showing, look, guys, we got some might in us. You know, despite our losses this season, I mean, we're pretty formidable. We can do great things. And sure enough, that's what this did. So, but yeah, those hog riders got through the free spell, keeping that world champion alive. Queen's going to step up, take down more buildings, and she stayed alive the whole entire raid here and got this one done. So really good stuff by her. Let's see. As you can see, program is still in a bit of a beta test there. A couple of stars just kind of disappearing here and there. But there we go. And this is going to be the third and final 3-star of this war. Definitely was pretty solid. 3 out of 10 attacks, 3-starring. 30% hit rate in the war is definitely a good show for sure. Not to mention we had some very high percentage 2-stars. We had an 82%, a 90, we had a 91. We had a 90 from Goodfellas. So we had 3 above 90 raids. And we had 2 above 90 raids from the S&B Esports guys. So they definitely showed, like, look, guys, we got some might in us. But let's go ahead and raid over to Bluebird. Give him some love because he's doing some streaming at the moment. What is he streaming right now? He is doing something. He is doing a live war as well as us in chat. Nice. So let's go ahead and give him a raid. Show him some love when you get there. If you've got the orange emotes, feel free to pop those up whenever you want. But that is going to do it for me. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Really do appreciate it. Thank you so much for all of the follows that rolled in. And again, huge shout out to Specky for making this program possible to get the stats on the screen for you guys. But that's going to do it for me. Thank you guys so much for watching. And I'll see you guys later. See ya.